This I've got it on YouTube, and I will put this on Facebook, but Facebook isn't working for me for some reason. Don't know why it's not working. But anyway, welcome to the House of Shalom Bible study. You all know me. Anyway, today's message is what's before the end. I want you to study along with me too. Um, so anyway, to do this, I don't like that. But I have to wear different things. Anyway, first I want to start with John 14:12. It's the New International Version. It says, "Very, very truly, I tell you, whoever believes in me will do the works I have been doing, and they will do even greater works, because I go to the Father." Um, yes. Well, that and not something to do with that. Not everyone will read it like that. They would just say, "Oh, whoever believes in me will do greater works." But there's and so and greater works. That means there's something before it. Means they have to be doing the works that he did, and then they will do even greater works than these. Um, yes, as I said, they may read it as very, very truly. I tell you, whoever believes in me will do even greater works than these, greater things than these, because I am going to the Father. Well, but as I just said, there's and so it means they will do the works that they will do the things that I've done, and they will do even greater works. The thing is, if you don't do the first works that he has been doing, how are you going to get him to tell you what the greater works are? I mean, the first works, he receives the baptism of the Holy Spirit. And if you don't receive that, how are you going to how are you going to get direction from him to do greater works? Really, I mean, come on. Makes no sense. But, and verse 13 says, and I will, and I will do whatever you ask in my name, so that the Father may be glorified in the Son. There's another and. So you can't just say, I will do whatever, I will do whatever you ask in my name. No, that's Jesus say that, but he said, and that means it's connecting to verse 12. So it's saying, whatever you do, then if you believe in me, you will do the works I do and greater works. And then he says, and I will do whatever you ask. So what I get from the scriptures, two verses together. Now you may think something else, but I mean, there's another prayer about praying for things, and Jesus will give you in a name. But right here, what I think he's saying originally is he's saying that, all right, if you believe in me, you're going to be doing the works that I do, and then greater works, and then greater works you add to them, um, because I go to the Father. And if you have need of help doing these things, ask me, and I'll help you do them. That makes sense to me. I mean, you might think otherwise, but that just makes sense to me. So anyway, next, let's go on from there. Next one is a very popular verse that people use. I I use it from the King James, and I know it's Romans 8:28. And we know that all things work together for the good. Those who love God, those who are called according to His work, His purpose. Well, no. So you're saying that? Oh, see, one time when I was before I had surgery, uh, I was in the hospital up in Boston, and I called my pastor, said, "Hey, okay, I've got a Bible, but knowledge comes by reading, faith comes by hearing." He said, "Amen." And then shortly after that, I got some visitors from a church, a local church. Um, so anyway, they told me that they said, "Oh, and we know that all things work together for good." I was about to curl up my hand, gives them fivefold ministry. Pow, right in the face, right in the noggin. But no, I didn't. Anyway, so because God did not make me sick, He did not put me in a hospital, and I wouldn't have to have surgery if it was God. No, God, God used the surgery to help me live, because I was going to die otherwise. I would have died early otherwise. Um, but He did not make me sick. No, that was because of my words. Believe it or not. Yes, my words. My words made me sick. By your words you will be justified. By your words you will be condemned. Death and life and the power of the tongue. That's my words to that. Anyway, so, but anyway, I'm going to tell you what this is talking about. So the next verse, or the previous verse, 8:27, that was Romans 8:26. Romans 8:27, and I read this in the New International Version. It says, "And He who searches our hearts knows the mind of the Spirit, because the Spirit intercedes for God's people Himself in accordance with the will of God." In other words, He prayed. And what it's talking about is, okay, the verse before it, 8:26, New International Version, says, "In the same way, the Spirit helps us in our weaknesses. We do not know what we ought to pray for." I think the Amplified says, or how to pray it, or another version. Uh, uh, but the Spirit Himself intercedes for us with wordless groans. We call that other tongues. We call that other tongues. Groans, sighs, baby talk. We don't understand it, but we can speak it. It'll come out of our mouth. God understands it. Talking to God. But anyway, all three of these. So this verse is talking about prayer. The next verse is talking about and. So it's also talking about prayer. The next verse, verse 28, is talking. It says and. So that's the same thing. And we know that all these prayer things work for good. All these prayer things. See, if you're, and what comes out of that is, okay, you're starting to pray. You're starting to pray. You know, but you don't really know what you got to pray for or how to pray it. So you ask the Holy Spirit to help you. He intercedes. You start praying in English, he'll take over in tongues. And all these things, your prayer and his prayer, work together for your good because you love God and you're with him in what he's doing, in his purposes. Okay, do you understand that? Okay, next next thing next thing I want to say. Okay, you all know Philippians 4:19 says, "And my God will meet all your needs, or will supply your every need, according to his rich and glory by Christ Jesus." It starts with and. Starts with and there. Starts with and. All of you. Starts with and you too. Starts with and. Next verse says, well, the verse right before it, verse 18, says, I have received full payment and have more than enough. I am amply supplied. Now that I have received from Epaphroditus the gifts you sent, they are a fervent offering, an acceptable sacrifice, pleasing to God. Philippians 4:18, New International Version. But and we got to continue to go forward with that. Go on to the next verse for that, because here it sounds like you're saying, I received full payment. So it sounds like that Paul is charging for his part of the ministry. He's not doing that at all. But what's in 19 says, and my God will supply all your needs. So what it sounds like you're saying that sounds like what Paul is saying is you supply my needs. Now my God shall supply your needs. That's what it sounds like. And so let me read Philippians 4:14 through 17, New International Version. It says, yet it was good of you to share in my troubles. So they got involved with them. Moreover, as you Philippians know, in the early days of your acquaintance with the gospel, when I set out from Macedonia, not one church shared with me in the matter of giving and receiving. So they did supply them. It did supply them then. Even when I was in Thessalonica, you sent me aid more than once when I was in need. They supplied his needs. Not that I desire a gift. No, but they were sending gifts to him. Not that he desired a gift. Not that I desire a gift. What I desire is that more be credited to our account. Now, what the whole thing is saying from verse 14 all the way through 19, he's saying that because you Philippians have come together to meet my needs, then my God shall meet your needs. Isn't that simple? You say because you have given and received, you're entered into giving and receiving, then you're open to receive from God, and God may give through people, yeah, sure, through people, sure, but He will do it any way He can, any way He can and wants to do it if they're obedient. But you have supplied my needs, Paul said, so my God will supply your needs. Like if you were to take Reverend Alden out to dinner, well, you're helping Reverend Alden in his ministry because hey, you're giving him money is actually spent for him to give him money to give him let him take some the money that he would have to spend for dinner, put that in the ministry. Uh, and because you did that, uh, I don't know where it'll come from. Maybe Reverend Alden himself. He will, someone else may give you the money and repay you and help you out where you're in need. Hey, because you've helped one, someone will help you. Because you give to me, my God, I'll have someone give to you. Simple. Might be me, it might not be me. But if you give to my ministry, my God will help you in your ministry. And I told you that before. I told you that I've got a vision for a school. Well, I need money. I need money. Come on, I need money. You know that. You supply that money to me. God will have someone supply the money to you. Hey, no problem. Not with God, no problem. Okay. Anyway, God bless. And no worries. Hey, just pray in tongues. Bye.